haven't seen a woman who will go to an obs-gyna and says, "Hey, na daktari wangu, nowadays sex for me is like, if I don't get it every other time, I end up going to my husband's office. I pack lunch, I just pretend that I'm taking lunch, but it is the strong yearning of my husband that I want." Remember, I've labored alone, and my husband was there, and he had planned to take a lot of photos and videos, but he did not end up doing anything. None of them. Why? He was also in labor. He kept tossing. He was sweating more than I was. He was like, "Baby, you can do this. Just keep breathing. Just keep." They had these very good friends that I told, "Guys, I have lost my baby. I've lost my pregnancy." I will never forget. Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a minute, and here we are back at the Mamatoto Lounge. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for sharing your comments, and the reasons we are here today, it's because you have been asking, who is Shikari? Who is Rosemary? Is there Rosemary and is there Shikari? Today we get to find out who is Rosemary Shikari, who has been your host for the last many seasons, but today I am the host and I am the guest, because most of you really want to know who is Rosemary Shikari, and therein, who is Mamatoto. Every story has a beginning, and this is my story. Why do I do what I do? And why do I do it with a lot of passion and a lot of compassion? I am a trained and registered clinical officer. I sat on the desk seeing patients for a very long time, that is more than 10 years, until I was pregnant and I did not have somebody to walk me through. So yes, this was my second pregnancy. My very first pregnancy was a smooth sail. I was young, I was naive, and things were just unfolding in a way that I couldn't even count. I remember my mom was there and the whole community was there, and definitely you're shy and a little bit embarrassed because you are young and you're still at your mother's home. But anyway, it was a smooth sail. I remember when I went to give birth to my firstborn, and I was there waiting for this pain that everybody gets scared about. To start with, I was not even in labor. I just went to the hospital. My mother took me to the hospital because I was past my EDD with 14 days. So that means I was exactly 42 weeks. I met this male nurse who was very friendly, and I will never forget what he said. He was like, "Why are you carrying for us a baby elephant? It's only a baby elephant who should go for all those weeks. And because you are not carrying for us a baby elephant, you are going to be induced tomorrow morning." I was admitted to have a night at the hospital. So labor began. But before even my labor began, I could see women who are mothers crying in pain, rolling on the floor. You know, wengine hata wanajificha chini ya kitanda. And my God, because it was a general ward, I'm there asking myself, this will be me tomorrow. How will I hack this kind of pain? Remember, I'm all by myself in the ward, and I think I'm the youngest in my own thinking. I think I was the youngest. And there are big women who are crying in pain and cussing their husbands and pulling their hair. What didn't I see? And I was just there waiting for my pain. So I think I'm feeling pain and I'm not feeling pain, or I am just hiding my pain because I'm already knowing that labor should be like those ones who are dancing, and yet I'm not dancing. But yeah, guys, imagine I was in labor. My labor began while I was still in the hospital that night, preparing to get induced the following day morning. So morning came, it's around 6. The ward is very busy. There are cleaners everywhere cleaning. the night nurses are handing over to the morning nurses. So then the ward is as busy as busy. The doctors are ready for the ward round, and I'm there, I'm in pain. There is a cleaner or a subordinate staff who is cleaning the floor just next to my bed, and I tell her, "Excuse me, Susan," she was called Susan. "Excuse me, Susan, I have this pain that I can't walk, and my knees are so weak, and unfortunately, I want to go for a long call." And Susan told me, "My God, do not. That is a baby. You're almost giving birth." And I'm like, no. And at that time, I'm balancing my tears. I'm I'm trying to compose myself. I don't want to scream like these older women because I don't know what I'm going through. And I'm waiting for that pain. I think I was not in much pain. Yeah, comparing the way those women were behaving. So Susan called the nurses, and I was wheeled to the delivery room, and the moment I got on that bed, my baby, beautiful baby girl, popped out. Like, it was that easy. Yeah, it was that easy. And up to today, I'm still waiting for the labor pain that women talk about. So I think that is how, when you are young and you are naive, that is how things are, but I do not know. So fast forward, I am now pregnant with my second born many years later. And this is the pregnancy that will bring forth to Mamatoto. Why? It is a lonely pregnancy. I am working already at the hospital, surrounded by many doctors, surrounded by many clinicians, many nurses, and every other person medical. I turn on my left, there's a doctor, I turn here. But my pregnancy was very lonely. I missed my first pregnancy. I don't even think it was lonely because I didn't even care. But this one, it's so lonely. And yes, I'm married now. I have a husband around me. I have this community, but there's still an element that is missing. So by that time, it's 2014, so there is social media, there are many WhatsApp groups, and we formed this WhatsApp group of mothers, and we called ourselves Valentine Mothers because most of our EDDs were falling in January and February. So we called ourselves Valentine Moms. And that group, those days, that is 2014, 2015, 2016, also shaped what I will come to do later as Mamatoto. It was a small haven where there were no doctors. It's just pure pregnant mothers. And you are walking this journey together. At the middle of the night, you are all insomniac. Mnajipata, you are just chatting. At around 4 a.m., you are chatting. This one has insomnia. This one is hungry. At the middle of the night, it's 3 a.m. You are in the kitchen cooking. Pregnancy can show you things. Pregnancy can show you a lot of things. So there's another one who is asking the husband to wake up and go get pineapples. Another one is asking, anataka mahindi choma, is at the middle of the night. But you are in this safe space that all of you are not even judging each other, but you are supporting each other in the best way possible. Like, how cool can that be? You have an online community that you don't even know each other, but it is a support group. It is a support group. So we started giving birth, one mother after the other. You celebrate each other. The other one is in labor. You are all there. You've all called. It's a WhatsApp family. So you are laboring with her. And it was beautiful. And I realized that I was more happier in that group than even when I am doing my usual antenatal care. And before I even forget, I had 2 doctors. Yeah, I was double dealing 2 very good doctors who happened to be, one was my teacher, my lecturer, and the other one is a very good friend. Very powerful doctors when it comes to maternal health here in Kisumu. But I still couldn't get satisfaction. Let's be very candid. Topics like sex and sexuality. I'm yet to see a mother who gets out of the bed one day and goes to the clinic and sits in front of a gyna and asks gyna, By the way, squeeze is in a libido. We do not look at it as a problem, but it is a social problem. You know, I haven't seen a woman who will go to an obs-gyna and says, "Hey, na daktari wangu, nowadays sex for me is like, if I don't get it every other time, I end up going to my husband's office. I pack lunch, I just pretend that I'm taking lunch, but it is the strong yearning of my husband that I want." We do not do that as mothers. But I learned that as Rosemary, I can create a safe space for mothers that we talk about everything and anything. Why do women hate their husbands when they are pregnant? Is it because they are sick? Is it because they are petty? Is it because they have nothing else to do than just hate? No. But such discussions are not brought broadly on an obs-gyna's office. Why do women hate particular smells? Why do they opt to go out and not to cook? Because they hate onion smell. They hate a perfume. And in Mamatoto, actually, I've realized and I've seen where men will come and say, "Please, Shikari, talk to my wife." Nowadays, she can't stand smell of toothpaste, my own perfume, sabuni yangu imetupwa, you know. And this group now gave me so many reasons of why these small things must be brought on board. We must speak them. We must walk that journey with families and just make the husbands and even the mothers themselves understand that it is not that serious and it's just a phase of pregnancy and it will come to pass. It's just embracing our hormones little by little. So that is what I learned, and I brought myself here as a childbirth educator to walk that non-medical journey with families. So I'm still pregnant and I'm still seeing these 2 doctors. I'm still going to 2 antenatal clinics, and Lumumba was my favorite that time. It still is, I think so. I'm still going for 2 antenatal cares, one at Aga Khan and the other one at Lumumba. And I am having this group, and this is the social support that I want all the time. And guess what? Women, we don't keep quiet because we are all there, and each and every person who works in the clinic brings the lessons that have been taught in the clinic. Who works in the clinic brings the lessons, and we are very empowered. We empowered each other. Moving to January, where I'll now go and give birth. This is the day that I do not even tell anybody. So I'm working, I'm in the office, and I don't have pain, but I'm almost there. My due date was 2nd February, but this is 30th January, and I'm having a discomfort. Remember, I'm in my office, and I have 3 doctors with me, but I'm feeling very uncomfortable, and it's a discomfort that I can't even explain. But najisikia tu, sina uchungu, but najisikia tu, you know, not here, not there. We call it hapa na pale. I am just there. But I have an article that I'm working with a COB. And I tell myself, before I do anything, let me just finish this. So I'm so busy, but I go to the washroom. I go to the washroom, and guess what? I see my show. What is a show? You better sign in my childbirth classes so that you know. But anyway, it is this mucus plug that protects the baby. And once you start having your labor, the cervix starts opening and the plug inatoka. So for you, you'll just see a mucus like with some reddish or pinkish color. And I knew labor has started, guys. Labor has started. And because I don't have pain, I'm like, let me go finish the article. Then I go to the doctor. I go, I sit down. I am the only one who knows what is happening in my body. My baby and I are in sync. But I'm also anxious because I'm working in the hospital. What do? I just go downstairs. I go to the maternity and I'm looking for a nurse who can do for me a vaginal examination. A vaginal examination, again, the reason why you should sign in my childbirth classes and learn that a vaginal examination is that examination that is done so that the nurses or the midwives can know if your cervix is opening and if your baby is ready to be born. So I go and they do the VE and I am 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters means that my cervix is opening and my baby is ready to be born. So I go back to the office, I pack my things haraka and I tell my coordinator, he was called Eric. I tell Eric, nenda hivi na come, but I know I'm going to give birth. So I tell Eric and Rono, nenda hivi na come. Unaenda wapi na laptop? I'm just folding my things. I'm like, ninakuja sai. So I drive myself back home. I take a warm shower. I eat. Because I ate fish, dry chapel. Then I took my bags. And that is when I'll call my husband and tell him, I think I'm in labor. Let me go see Dr. Akula on my way to the hospital. So I passed by Dr. Akula's place. And he's like, you are 6 centimeters and you're driving yourself. I said, no, just call your husband or take a taxi. Let's meet at the hospital. I didn't. I was so confident. Because of the classes I had taken. And I drove myself to Aga Khan. I drove myself there and my husband will come later. Still, I am not telling anybody. I do not know why I didn't tell any other person. But after admission, I'll later tell my friends, and fast forward, I'll give birth to a bouncing baby boy. But yes, this one was not forgiving. The other one, I didn't experience labor, but this one, I experienced labor for 2 hours. It was like a rapid result initiative. It was labor. It was just pain for 2 hours. For 2 good hours, I was with my husband. He was my birth companion. I had a very good team of nurses. And yeah, it was successful. So, I will not forget that my friends later came and I felt supported and the love of having visitors at that particular moment. So we are still building on why do I do the things that I do. Remember, I've labored alone and my husband was there and he had planned to take a lot of photos and videos, but he did not end up doing anything. None of them. Why? He was also in labor. He kept tossing. He was sweating more than I was. He was like, baby, you can do this. Just keep breathing. So, no mother should labor alone. Even with your partner, you need a trained professional to be there for you, to squat with you, to wipe that sweat with you. The moment you are panicking, talk about panic, I panicked. There was this time that the nurses came to do another VE and I was at 9. And remember, my labor is just for 2 hours. I am tired. My doctor, blessed Dr. Akula, he even asked them to give me oxygen to help me breathe. But I was so tired. I had given up. It was so intense, guys. It was so intense. I didn't even have moments of sipping anything. And I was so weak. And I remember that time telling Daktari, Doc, the only thing I need right now is get this baby out. I am ready for a C-section. I want a C-section. And Daktari and the nurses will keep on saying, I remember my nurse was Nerea. She would keep saying, no, Shikari, you're almost there. Baby is almost there. Amebaki tu kitu kidogo. Hata tunaona kichwa. And I was like, no. I've given up. And so anything that they were telling me, it was not making sense at all. It was not making sense. All I wanted was nimalize hii safari. It was just way too much. But I finished. But I was giving up and I was panicking. And Labor does not want when you are anxious. Labor does not go well with adrenaline. And when you're anxious, your body produces a chemical called adrenaline. You just want to fight or fly. You are so ready to defend, and your body does not need that right that moment. All your body needs is to relax. And how do you calm down? You calm down by having a supportive birth companion, and that is what I do as a doula. That is what I do in Mamatoto when I ask mothers that you should not labor by yourself. You need this calming, compassionate voice that is there for you. A voice that you trust. A shoulder that you can lean on. A shoulder and strong arms that can support you when you're kneeling down. And keep reminding you that you got this. So that is also how a doula was born. Giving birth to my son, I was also giving birth to a new me, a woman who would support other mothers. So my baby came, and breastfeeding. Let's dive into breastfeeding. At least I didn't have cracked nipples, but I had this negative energy immediately I gave birth. Let's talk anatomy. Our nipples, our breasts are never the same. And during the second pregnancy, my nipple was really enlarged. And the first nurse looked at my nipples and said, "Hiyo nipple ni kubwa sana na mdomo ya mtoto ni kidogo." Definitely the first thing is you crash and you panic. Will my baby really open the mouth? Na kamdomo ka mtoto kabisa ni kadogo, but you look at the nipple, it's big. And the nurse has confirmed it is big, guys. So you give up and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And my baby proved them wrong when the very first time he was breastfeeding, he just opened his mouth and we were good to go. We were good to go. So that was a negative voice that I got. And if I went to that voice, I could have panicked. So I didn't get cracked nipples. I didn't get insufficient milk. My first baby breastfed for only 5 months. I really fought for her to breastfeed for 6 months exclusive. But I had this strong mom. My mother did not believe that her own first grandkid anashiba na maziwa peke yake. So my mother, being my mother, would sneak in Cerelac, would sneak in Cerelac and Uji in the middle of the day. And my baby, that is how my baby was given complementary feeding before 6 months. But now that I knew better, now that I had read and I was prepared, and this group of ours was really doing good things to us as mothers, I was able to do exclusive breastfeeding. It was not easy. Another short story. That is when I discovered how to make lactation cookies, and that is how I discovered there's something called fenugreek, dill seeds, and they help mothers. We suffered colic with my baby. We had good moments of a whole month somewhere that we did not sleep as a family. That is when I discovered fenugreek. And fenugreek became my daily drink. I didn't mind. For those of us who've used fenugreek, I know fenugreek has a distinct smell. Even you use a roll-on or whatever. Ukilala mpaka kwa pilo inanuka tu fenugreek. But what do mothers do? Mothers do everything for their babies. So I would sip fenugreek everywhere I go. And fenugreek looks like dengu. So at work, people would ask me, "Mbona unakunywa dengu saa yote? Mbona unakunywa dengu?" Is it dengu? Hazikuwa dengu. But I'm the only one who knew why I am having fenugreek. So having these two babies of mine that I love so much was a path to discover motherhood. I would later, when I'm still doing motherhood to my second baby, that is when I would take a course in childbirth education. That is when I'd take a course in breastfeeding. So I first took those courses, and later I would just resign from my very good job. I resigned to take care of mothers because there was need. And because I believe that it takes a village. Just look at it. If you have given birth and you're here watching, who came to visit you? Who came to cook for you? And as a mother, your brain is so split. You want good meal, you want a really good meal, a hot meal, homemade meal. And at the same time, you still even want to get out of the bed and make for your husband or family a good meal. So your mind is so conflicted and split. Nowadays, our mothers or big sisters are very busy. It's unfortunate that they're all employed, they're all working, they're all hustling. If they get time, they'll only come maybe in your house for 2-3 days, and worse if you live in town setup. Sometimes even your neighbor will not even come to look or take care of you. That is why you need me. I will come and help you. Try to fix your meal. Try to teach the people around you to fix a postnatal meal that has a healing aid, that is breastfeeding friendly, that will not even fight with colics. That is how I position myself, and that is how I had a rebirth when I gave birth to my second baby. Then, how? I keep saying not every baby bounce, right? So we are moving fast forward. It is 2019 and we are ready for our third born. Then guess what? It is in September and I have a pregnancy loss. Another nightmare. You prepare for pregnancy, especially when you are married. Now you are able to plan your babies. You are able to plan, we want this baby at this particular. Paka mnapanga. If I get pregnant in January, I'll be giving birth in September. You know, that is the joy of being, I think, in a marriage or in a relationship that you are able to plan. And so in September, I lose a pregnancy. And I had these very good friends that I told, guys, I have lost my baby. I've lost my pregnancy. I will never forget. I was admitted for 2-3 days. I came home and I got my friends who came to my house to visit me. They cooked for me. They cooked for my family. They left my fridge and freezer full of food for a whole week. Most of the time, this is what mothers or big sisters do. But I had this community who was there for me. I'm always thankful for these friends who came at my home and did that. So even in my recovery journey, I didn't have to care about my other children and my husband, what they are eating and how they are faring on, because my friends were there for me. And this is the time that I will get discharged, have a 1-week break, and I had applied for bereavement certificate course, perinatal bereavement. I didn't know it will get me in that terrible, vulnerable moment. So I went to Nairobi for this course, and it is an all-triggered course. Everything and how to comfort and how to support a bereavement family. All I could wish was, I wish my firstborn daughter was here and I wish my husband was here, because we have just gone through a loss. For me, it was very therapeutic, and it gave me the reasons why I had to dive in that class. I think sometimes life is very unfair because you go through a tunnel and you learn to support people that even if they go through that tunnel, they are able to navigate without a lot of scratches and burns and discomfort. So that is how nature or God put me there in that tunnel. That is when I lost that pregnancy, went to that class that I had applied for way back 5 months earlier. Then that is when I get this class. So that is why I also stand in for families when I offer perinatal bereavement support, because You may lose a pregnancy regardless of the gestation period. And when it comes to perinatal losses, unfortunately, men have taken their wives to the hospital with a joy and a hope of taking back a mother and baby or babies at home. Then the most unfortunate thing can happen. Daddy may go back home with just a baby without a wife or the mommy to the baby. Or daddy may go back home with mommy without a child. Or daddy may go back home with no wife, no baby. So I position myself to be that anchor for families. Could be a partner, could be a friend, could be a spouse. I position as an anchor to give you a smoother way to settle all the emotions after such losses. So yes, that is how Mamatoto will be born, step by step, from childbirth or pregnancy preparedness classes to being your birth doula or being your birth companion, breastfeeding or lactation support or counselor. And when the worst thing happens, I am there for you as a perinatal bereavement support counselor. I rarely use the word counselor, but yeah, I love using support because I am there to support you. I'm there to mother your journey. I'm there to help you, to nurture you so that you're able to nurture your generation in a safer, in an empowered way. When you are there trusting your instincts and you will not second guess your ability to be you, to be the great father, to be the great mother, or also to even be a great friend or support sister to your sisters and friends. Are you still thinking that you will walk that journey alone? I did. Many mothers have. And it's like when you're having your breakfast, you have a lot of options. When you have your bread, you can spread your butter, you can spread your jam, or you can take your bread as plain as it is. So what choices do you have? You can choose to walk this journey by just taking your childbirth classes and it will empower you. Or you can choose to take the childbirth classes and still have a doula or a birth companion to help you navigate this journey up to 2 years of age. Remember, I'm still talking about my babies. Yes, so we are done. I'm still here running up and down, and we get to complementary feeding. Complementary feeding means I am still breastfeeding, but I want to introduce food. And I look forward to introduce food in a manner that when my baby now, the boy, grows up, will not be a picky child. It feels so very uncomfortable for parents to sit down and you hear your baby saying, "Mommy, I don't want carrots, mistaki hoho," alafu wanachagua hivi, mistaki hii, mistaki hii, mistaki peas, so mistaki nyama. I didn't want that scenario. And I really tried my best. I read a lot so that I introduced my boy to family pots. Would you want to introduce your baby to a family pot such that right from the word go, you don't need to cook 2 pots? That hii ni ya mtoto na labda kuna watoto wengine wawili, hii ni ya mtoto ule mdogo, hii ni ya mtoto mkubwa, and this is now for the family. You look forward to introduce your baby to the family pot. So whatever you're having, make it as friendly for the other baby so that they grow up knowing that, this is what we eat. So because whatever you are eating throughout your pregnancy, your baby grows to have a familiar taste. Yes, babies suck in and swallow the amniotic fluid. This amniotic fluid has a taste and flavor of the food you're eating. If you're a garlic person, your baby right from the word go in the tummy has that garlic taste. During breastfeeding, the same, because your milk also tastes the food that you eat. So by the end of the day, the baby now is eating from the family pot. Baby is like, Hiya, I know these tastes. These taste familiar. Because you're introducing your baby to something that the baby is familiar. That is what I was yearning for. And that one, I achieved. A clap for me. I achieved that. And that is the journey that I want to hold your hand when you are doing the nutrition package for your baby, so that you don't end up with a baby who is picking a lot. Because somewhere during navigating this motherhood journey that has no more Kenya, that has no curriculum, we lost it somewhere, and it makes our babies very picky eaters. It's a habit that we can control as parents. It's a habit that we can, toroka here and there. So I position myself to be the navigation point that you want when it comes to your baby's nutrition, the complementary feeding that goes a long way. So we are all eating, and let's talk about something that we cannot control, but we can be able to help each other also navigate the journey. Terrible 2. Who likes the terrible 2? That is the time that our babies can reduce you to 0. So your baby gets frustrated because the small brain is running so fast. It's a brain that wants to discover. It's a brain that is all over. Can you imagine that a small brain? Your baby wants to run, your baby wants to kick, your baby wants to break, your baby wants to all these things. And at the same time, your baby is sleepy and they don't know just to shut their eyes and sleep. So your baby is very frustrated. And you're also a very frustrated parent. This could be mommy, daddy, nanny, auntie, whoever is with that baby. So all of you are frustrated. It's like 2 neighbors who are competing on volume and the sound system, both good quality. So jirani A anaongeza volume, jirani B anaongeza volume. Jirani A tena anaongeza, B pia anaongeza. I mean, who is fooling who? This is the time that parents should remind themselves that this is a baby. Caning won't help. Shouting to your baby won't help. I know we shout a lot. Yeah, so shouting won't help. So what will help? I am that compass. I'll help you navigate and how to control yourself, because you can't control your baby. One of you must be the adult. And that is you, mommy. That is you, daddy. One of you must be the adult. That is why we sign in for these classes, just to help us navigate a little bit. It's just a small compass that we are all buying so that we go to the direction that you are destined to be. So that is Shikari, that is Rosemary, and if you followed me throughout, you will know why this is Mama and Toto. And fathers, don't feel left out, because they can't be Toto without you. So when we say Mama Toto, it's a whole family spectrum. Thank you so much for your questions. I am still here navigating this journey with you. I am also learning and unlearning a lot. And I keep positioning myself here to hold your hands. Allow me to hold your hands. Allow me to help you navigate this journey outside the medical field. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. Let this discussion be. Let me tell you and let me remind you, your journey matters. Your story is unique and beautiful. Do you want to share with us your story, your parenting and learning moments? Please get out of that cocoon. Let us learn together. Let us form a community of parents who got this. Till next time, bye.